The Spider-Man Heist DLC is already out in some regions, so we got some news on the length, the DLC suits and way more, so let's get into it without spoiling anything of the story, of course. So if you enjoyed that, then a like would be super appreciated, and let's go. If it's midnight in your region, then you can download the Heist DLC on your PS4 if you of course have the City That Never Sleeps Season Pass, the special edition of the game, or you can also buy the Heist DLC separately. To find the DLC, I would recommend that you go via the in-game message before you start like the game up. That will lead you to the DLC. It's 2.7 gigs thanks to Kenneth and Y on Reddit for sharing a picture of his download screen. So I do think that some of the content was already included in the big New Game Plus update that launched last Friday and was of course 5 gigs. There will be no preload, but it should just pop up when it's October 23rd in your region. So Australia and New Zealand are already well ahead and also already finished the DLC, and say that the main story is around the hour-and-a-half long, and also streams of the playthrough of the Black Cat DLC show that the length is also around that time. And yes, that sounds really short, but we of course have to remember that there will be more things to do in the DLC as well. And it's also $10 standalone, so we should not expect too much. Kenneth and Y played for around the 2 hours and got the DLC for 39% complete. So then you could say that it takes around the 4.5 hours to see everything in the DLC, but again, it depends also per player. Kenneth was also nice enough to share screenshots of all the suits in the menu, so when you start up the DLC you already see all the suits in the menu, and of course all the suits were already announced as well. So the first suit you unlock in the Heist DLC is the original Resilient suit. You get that from the first mission of the DLC, and we got a new look at that suit in the game as well. In the suit menu you can already see how you can unlock the other 2 suits that we already knew were coming. So you get the Spider UK suit if you play through the full story of the Heist DLC, and you get the Scarlet Spider 2 suit when you complete all the district activities in the world. And then I'm of course referring to the new activities that were added with the Heist DLC, like the screwball challenges, I would imagine, that also have their own trophy that I already showed in a previous video. By the way, did you already see it? Because the big thing with these suits is that there are no suit powers for all 3 of them, and I got to be honest, that is a huge letdown. At this point I've played around with like all the suit powers long enough that I was ready for some new ones, but no, the DLC does not bring that. So yeah, that is really sad, but I don't want to end on a negative note because I watched like some footage, I could not contain myself, and it does look really enjoyable. The new enemies are a huge plus, and we also got of course some fun interactions between Peter, MJ, and of course Black Cat as well. So I can't wait to dive in myself. It's almost 12 AM here in the Netherlands at the time of this recording, and I will of course have more videos from the DLC coming your way, so totally subscribe for everything Spider-Man PS4 if you haven't already. Like this video to support the channel, and before I of course let you go, I want to highlight some cool pictures that you send me. Totally send them via Twitter at JorRaptor, use the SpiderRaptor hashtag. Like totally do that, otherwise they cannot be selected. You can also send me your shots via Instagram, but Twitter is preferred because the quality is better over there. Follow me on both platforms and share no more than 4 pictures please, and also some Heist ones and New Game Plus ones. I'm lining those up, I already got a ton, thanks for that. But first I want to still show you some older ones because they are too good to ignore. I really like shots with Spider-Man like running against a building, and D8 has a very special one with the white background, the boots from Spider-Man in the reflection just like the many buildings there. A really great shot. I said this before, but for this picture it also makes sense. Who needs the real Spider-Man if you can just put the sticker on the wall? Really cool use of the feature on the front of the cover as well. We got an angry J. Jonah Jameson hat as well. Of course he would be angry. Really nice one. You know what's better than chilling in a rooftop pool? Chilling in a rooftop pool while 2 tucks hang on the wall behind you. Spider-Man knows what's up. A really nice picture. Young. The aperture is really great in this one, just like the fact that Spider-Man looks very well centered while he exactly jumps as high as the taxi behind him. I like this one, Syed, and I hope I pronounced your name right. Hey Tuck, you might want to look behind you. If Spider-Man's fists aren't enough to take out the enemies, then a car will do. Great timing from Mark, and thanks a lot for sharing. Have fun playing through the Heist DLC. Again, I got some awesome videos coming your way about the expansion, and of course subscribe to stay up to date on that. Like this video to support the channel. Check out my recent video on the new update that secretly changed the DLC location we will be visiting with Black Cat, and I will of course speak to you next time. Goodbye.